Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with all of my new videos talking about my daughter Logan and DIY entrepreneurship tips. And if you are not new, welcome back. I know I've been gone for a while, but I am getting back into the swing of everything. My daughter is 3. She just started preschool. I've moved. Just life has been happening. So I'm excited to be back and start making videos on a regular, consistent basis. I'm aiming for about 3 to 5 times a week uploading. So let me know what y'all want to hear, what y'all want to talk about, what videos you would like to see. I'm super excited to get back into my YouTube swing of things. And today I wanted to share with y'all about my fast. I did a fast and it was great, actually. It really was. And you know, people fast for different reasons, and this is not a fast for a diet. This is not a fast to lose weight. I'm not talking about like an extreme crash diet so you can drop a few pounds, anything unhealthy, or just not eating for, you know, superficial reasons. This was a spiritual thing that I was doing. This was me wanting to kill my flesh so I could get closer to God, so I could see His face, so I could, because I was going through some things, y'all. I was going through some things, and I have heard about fasting. I have heard about how amazing fasting can be if you want answers to certain questions, or if you're just in a certain place in your life and you just need clarity and vision and just need to like a hug from God. And I needed a hug from God. And I decided to do a fast. And the first thing I did was mentally prepare. So I have a few tips, 5 tips on how to fast, and which are pretty much what I did to get ready for my fast. And pretty much the type of fast that I did was a mixture of a Daniel fast and a 1 meal a day fast. So I pretty much fasted from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for a week, I did not eat. This was my first time fasting, so I didn't want to jump into like, I'm not eating, I'm not drinking water for a whole month. No. One, because I have a child and I have to prepare food for her, and you know how tempting it is if you're preparing food for someone else and you can't eat. And as a mom, you know, you just like pick off of them. Like if you're making like cutting up broccoli or chicken or something, you're gonna take a bite, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to be realistic for my first fast, and so I did 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. No food in between that, and then I would have dinner, and that dinner would be a clean meal, limiting the carbs, limiting the sugar, fats, no alcohol. I didn't drink any alcohol for that whole week because I really needed clarity. I needed to reset my body, reset my mind, refocus on who I need to be focusing on and not anything or anyone else in this world. And so the first tip, and that the first thing that I did when I was going to do my fast was I got my mind right. When I decided I wanted to fast, it was a month later that I actually did my fast because I wanted to be mentally prepared. I didn't want to quit. I didn't want to mess up. My mom actually did the fast with me because I was staying with her during that time when I did my fast. And she only made it for 2 days, and the 6 to 6, she only made it for 2 days. On day 3, she was like, girl, I need some lunch. But I was mentally prepared, and I was so proud of myself because I knew what I wanted to do. I knew my why I was doing this. So figure out your why. Why are you fasting? Are you going through something in life, whether it's a health scare, whether it's a change in career, a breakup, you know, just things aren't working out financially, family-wise? Are you just feeling lost? Why are you doing this? Why do you want clarity? Why do you want to see God's face? Why do you want to get some answers to things? I follow this one lady, Tiffany Montgomery, on Periscope and on Instagram. If you do not follow Tiffany Montgomery, you are missing out. She just has an amazing gift and is able to give it to you straight, no chaser. God is the CEO of her business. As y'all know, I'm an entrepreneur too, and so being an entrepreneur is hard because you don't have anyone telling you, this is what you got to do. Go do this. You write your own paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So you have to get your mind right. So I did my fast in August, but all of like my birthday was in June. So all of June, all of July, I was mentally preparing for it. I want to do another fast again, and I'm going to, but I wanted to talk about my first fast because it was just so amazing, so life-changing, so worth it. But yes, the first tip is to get your mind right. Find out your why. What are your goals? Write it down. What are you going through? There's a reason why I fasted. Okay, the next tip is to decide what type of fast you want to do. Do you want to do just a water only? Do you want to do a juice only fast? Now, when I say fast, I'm not talking about a social media fast. I'm not talking about a television reality show fast. Those are cute, but those aren't real fasts, okay? Killing your flesh, not eating. When you get hungry, you pray. When you get hungry, you talk to God, you drink water. That kind of fast. And like I said, I'm not talking about a diet. I'm not talking about starving yourself for physical, reasons. This is a spiritual thing. So decide what kind of fast you want. Are you going to do water only? Are you going to do a juice fast? Are you going to do a Daniel fast? The real Daniel fast is like you can only eat like fruits and vegetables and like good carbs, like no meat. Or are you going to do a 1 meal a day fast? And so like I said, the one I did was 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I did not eat in between that time, and I did have dinner. And it worked for me. The first couple days were the hardest. When I got hungry, actually the first couple days were okay. When I got hungry, I drank water. I love water. I like water. And so for me, that was fine. And my mind was set. It was like day 3, day 4, I was just like, I would have those hunger pains, and that's when you would pray. You would feed off of the word. You're not gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Our bodies can live without food for a period of time. And that's why your mindset is so critical, because if you're like, I'm so hungry, I'm just gonna eat a piece of pizza and then I'll continue fasting, then it just breaks it, because you're supposed to trust the Lord. You're supposed to seek his face, feed off of him, kill your flesh by not eating, because when we get hungry, hangry, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just need food. People get so angry when, they don't have food, and you don't want this world to control you. You can't be controlled by food. You can't be controlled by alcohol. You can't be controlled by sex. You can't be controlled by other people, by drugs, by, any of that. The third tip is to go easy. When you are doing a fast, I definitely recommend you start 3 days, 5 days, 7 days. You want to be doing fast throughout your life. One, they're good for you. It kind of resets your body. You will lose weight in a good way, especially if you are eating. I definitely would say have a 1 meal a day. And one thing that I do remember is, it's so crazy, because when it was 6 o'clock and I was counting down, I was like by the clock, like, okay, 5 more minutes, 6 o'clock I can eat. But I was so grateful for that plate of food. Like, when I tell you, when it was time for me to eat, I remember one time I almost teared up. I was just like so thankful for that plate of food, because I was hungry, and I was just thankful that I had this plate of food because I hadn't eaten all day. And so it brought out a new sense of gratitude for the food that we have. We as Americans, and not even Americans, just people, we waste a lot of food. And I became so grateful for that 1 meal a day when I was fasting. So yeah, don't overexert yourself. I have notes down here if you wonder why I keep looking down. Don't overexert yourself, meaning don't go and like work out too hard, or don't be doing the most while you're on an empty stomach, especially if it's your first time. Keep water with you. Your water will fill you up. Most of the times when you think you're hungry, you're actually thirsty and a little dehydrated. And so go to water. I was drinking so much water, and naturally that will clean you out. That will clear out your skin, your hair, your bowels, everything. You'll see lots of benefits from this. The fourth tip is to pray. That is the point of fasting, is instead of feeding off of food, you feed off the word of the Lord. What I like to call it was, I went ahead and picked a book to eat. Anytime I got hungry, like really hungry, I would read the book that I picked to read during my fast, and it's called The Prayer of Jabez. I actually have it in the other room, and it's a really short read about Jabez in the Bible, and it's a great book. And that was my meals when I got hungry, like day 3 and day 4, when I was like, I'm hungry, I'm drinking my water, but I'm still hungry. I would go and I would pray. I would, talk to God, and I would read. So pick a book to eat. That's the point, is to seek his face, to ask him for clarity, to ask him for wisdom, to ask him to see you through whatever it is that you're going through, because life will happen. Life will happen, and life is full of tests. And if you feel like you keep running into the same things and you keep getting tested over and over and over again, you're not passing those tests. You're not doing anything different to stop that from happening to you. So pray. Even if you don't know how to pray, talk, express yourself, ask for what you want, and go on about your day. And number 5, stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. I would wake up, I would drink water. Like I said, I have a child, so it is hard when you have someone else that you're preparing food for. It is hard when you have someone else that you're preparing food for and you can't eat. But stay hydrated, because the water really does help. And if you don't like water, you just gotta suck it up, okay? Do not put no Crystal Light in your water, because it's full of sugar or whatever. You can do this. You can do this. It's all in your mind. Fasting for me, after I did my fast, it's so crazy. After I did my fast, within a month, the thing that was weighing on me most and the situation I was going through did a total 180. Even like now that I'm like on the outside of that depression that I was in, I'm on the outside of that whole situation that I was in, it's completely different, and it's just crazy. It's so crazy. Fasting does work. You gotta have your mind right. You gotta make sure you know why you're doing this. You gotta be genuine. And yeah, this is my first fast. I don't know everything. I'm not an expert on fasting. I just wanted to share my fast with you all, what I went through, how I think it's totally worth it, doable. Like I said, start with 3 days. I started with a week, okay? Well, 5 days. I did Monday through Friday. So start with 3 days and then gradually expand it, and you will see what it does for you. If you've ever done a fast before, I want you to share your experience in the comments below. If you have any questions, I will try my best to answer. What I did to prepare, Google. I just searched stuff. I talked to God. I asked my friends and family. I remember asking my stepmom. I asked Logan's grandma. I asked my family if they've ever fasted before, and gotten other people's opinions. So that's also something you can do. So I hope this helped. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you have any other topics y'all want to talk, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I will follow you back, and I will see you for another video. Bye. So I definitely would say that this ApHogee 2-step protein treatment worked. I got it from Sally's.